If you're one of the thousands of people stalking the Skill Select website like it's your ex's Instagram, waiting for that golden PR invitation to magically appear, you're not alone. Refreshing that page at midnight like it's going to suddenly update and say, "Congratulations, mate, you're in." Well, it's July 2025. The new migration program year has officially kicked off, and guess what? There's been a bit of a plot twist in the points game. So, let's break it down. Who's actually getting invited this time? Is 65 still the magic number? Do you need 100 points and a unicorn writing reference letter from your manager? What's changed? What hasn't? And more importantly, what should you be doing differently now? Let's dive in. First things first, the new financial year reset. So, July isn't just the season of awkward tax returns. It's also the time when Australia hits refresh on its entire migration program. New quotas, new state allocations, and new headaches. But hey, fresh year equals fresh hope. And this year, 2025-26, there's a noticeable shift in how the Department of Home Affairs will handle invitations for skilled visas, especially the 189, 190, and 491 subclasses. Now, before you get too excited, no, they didn't suddenly decide to give out 300,000 PRs, like Oprah handing out cars. In fact, they've gotten even pickier. So, if you're still hanging on to your expression of interest from 2022 with 70 points, hoping your name will magically float to the top, you might need a reality check or a points boost. The 189 visa, still the Hunger Games. Let's talk about the infamous 189 Independent Skilled Visa. This visa is the one where you don't need state sponsorship, job offer, or anyone vouching for you, just pure points and a good occupation. But here's the thing. There are hopes of invitations in July, which will be ultra-competitive, like nosebleed competitive. We're talking 85 to 95 points minimum in many occupations. Some lucky ones got through at 80, but that's rare. Usually STEM-related or high-priority medical fields. And if you're in something like accounting, ICT, or engineering, buckle up, because these are some of the most overcrowded categories in Skill Select. It's like trying to get a table at a fully booked restaurant, except you've been waiting 2 years and still haven't even gotten a menu. What's wild is that people who submitted EOIs just a few months ago with super high scores are leapfrogging those with older applications. Yep, it's not strictly first in, first out anymore. Age, English scores, and work experience are carrying serious weight. So, if your English test has been chilling at competent for the last 12 months, it might be time to aim higher. PTE or IELTS, your pick, but go get that superior score. 190 visa. The states are back, but picky. Now let's talk about the 190 state-nominated visa, the darling of many applicants who don't have sky-high points but have a good occupation and a flexible attitude. You scratch the state's back, they sponsor you, and boom, you get a permanent visa. So, what's new here? Well, most states are reopening their nomination programs gradually as allocations roll out. But here's the catch. Almost all of them are prioritizing onshore applicants. Yep, if you're already living in Australia, even on a student or temporary work visa, you're in pole position. Offshore applicants, you're still in the game, but you need either a really high point score or an occupation that's crying out for people, like regional health roles or trade workers. Also, some states like New South Wales and Victoria are giving strong preference to people with employment in the state. So, if you're chilling in Melbourne but hoping to get nominated by New South Wales, good luck. States want loyalty now. No more Tinder-style swipe right on every state tactics. You gotta commit. Oh, and pro tip, don't bother submitting an EOI to states that clearly don't sponsor your occupation anymore. Some of you are still out here applying for Queensland's 190 with 70 points as a general accountant. Mate, that ship has sailed and sunk. 491. Visa. Regional is still king, but now with more hoops. Okay, now for the 491 Skilled Work Regional. provisional visa. This one's a temporary visa, but it leads to PR. It's your slow burn romance with Australia. And to be honest, it's still one of the best options for many people, especially if you're not sitting on a pile of points. But July 2025 has brought a few changes here too. Firstly, regional states are doubling down on actual commitment. They want to see that you're already living in the region, working in your nominated occupation, or have genuine job offers in these areas. Some states are even requiring proof of community involvement, like, do you play local cricket? Attend council barbecues? Know your postman by name? Okay, maybe not that extreme, but you get the idea. The goal is to fill genuine gaps, not just hand out invitations to people who will never actually move there. And offshore applicants? Again, possible, but much tougher. If you're applying from overseas, make sure your occupation is on the regional priority list, your English is top-notch, and ideally, you've got prior Australian study or work experience. And family sponsorship is still an option under 491. If you've got a cousin in Dubbo or a sister in Toowoomba, now's the time to hit them up. Occupation-specific trends. Who's in? Who's sweating? Let's talk about the real winners, and well, the ones who are still waiting. Healthcare workers, nurses, aged care workers, and allied health professionals, especially those willing to go regional, are being snapped up fast. The government can't get enough of them. Teachers are still in demand, particularly in rural areas. If you've got teaching qualifications and you're happy to move where kangaroos outnumber people, this could be your ticket. Trades like electricians, plumbers, and mechanics are also making a comeback. Australia loves a good tradie, especially when they don't cancel last minute. ICT professionals, unfortunately, are dealing with serious oversupply, too many coders, not enough invites. Unless you're highly specialized, like cybersecurity, cloud engineers, or AI specialists, you're going to need high points and probably a state nomination to stand out. Engineers are also on thin ice, still needed in regional areas, but very competitive in major cities. Think niche and regional if you're in this group. Accountants and auditors. You've got it the worst. You might need 90+ points just to get noticed. Consider alternative pathways or state nomination, because the federal 189 route is brutal right now. What about the points? What's the new normal? Okay, so here's what we're seeing so far. For 189, realistic cutoff for most occupations is 85 to 95 points. For 190, around 70 to 80 is competitive if you have state ties or relevant work experience. For 491, even 65 to 70 points can work with strong regional ties, but higher scores are always safer. Bottom line, the points game isn't dead, it's just evolving. And if you're sitting on a borderline score, now's the time to retake your English test, claim any missed work experience, get a skills assessment for a second related occupation, or explore regional study and work options. Skill Select is no longer a queue, it's a competition. So, July 2025 has brought clarity. The bar is higher, yes, but so is the opportunity if you're strategic. See you in the next update, and hopefully in the next invitation round too.